There was once a chassid that he used to walk every year. This is not a story about Lag Bomer. Maybe tomorrow I'll think of something. There was a chassid that used to walk to the Alter Rebbe every year. He used to walk by foot. It was a long journey, but he wanted to put forth the utmost effort. He didn't want to go for easy. But as he got older and older, it was harder and harder for him to walk. Until finally he was 70, it was almost impossible, but he made it, was 75. Finally he was 80 years old, and that was it. It was a heavy snow. He insisted on walking, and that's it. In the middle of the road, he got stuck. The snow was a little bit high. It was hard for him to go, and he just couldn't move. He couldn't move this way, and he couldn't move that way. And he was weak, and he was tired, and he was old. So he thought to himself, listen, at least I'm going to die on the way to the Rebbe. But then he thought to himself, one second, I'm going to die over here. Maybe the wolves will eat me up or something. So suddenly he hears in the distance a wagon coming. And he hears the bell ringing on the wagon. And he hears the wagon driver is driving, singing a song. And the wagon driver passes by a non-Jew. He says to him, Moshka, what are you doing stuck in the snow? Come, I'll give you a hand. He grabs a hold of him, lifts him up, a big, strong guy, sets him down. He says, listen, I haven't got a place in my wagon. My wagon is all filled up with these barrels, but if you can fit yourself in between, you can come with me. So he wiggled his way in between these barrels, and he was thankful to God that he was still alive. But what? It was starting to get cold. Before, at least he was moving. Now he couldn't even move. He was stuck in between his barrels. So he said, wonder what's in the barrels. So he sees that on the barrels that there's a little faucet on the barrels. So he thinks, what could it be? Maybe it's non-Jewish wine, or maybe it's oil or something. So he puts a little bit on his finger, rubs it, not oil. It looks like it's sort of liquidy, sort of. So he takes a little bit and he smells it. Doesn't smell like wine. He takes another little bit, tiny bit, puts on his finger. It's vodka. So he says to the driver, hello, Ivan, can I take a little drink of your vodka? And the driver said, yes, you can, but you have to sing some songs for me because I'm really bored. And this is hundreds of years before the radio was invented. So he said, you have to sing some songs. I know you Chassidim know songs, and I'm really bored. I want to hear a song. So he says, yes. Okay, so he gives him a little cup, and he drinks, makes a bracha, makes a l'chaim, drinks, he feels good. I'll call you in a few minutes, okay. Okay, so he takes another cup, takes another drink. Now he feels good, and he's singing, and he's warm, he's happy, he feels good, and the non-Jew feels great. They're all singing, and he tries to sing along with him. It's a drive for another about 2 hours, and finally he gets there, and he gets off, and he wants to give the non-Jew a coin. He says, no, you made my drive wonderful, you sang for me, I should pay you. They hugged each other, and he got out, and he ran in to the shul. And he said, I want all the Chassidim to come. I have a wonderful thing to tell you. I just learned a tremendous lesson. So what's the lesson? Everyone gathered around. This is an old Chassid. He's 80 years old. He said, I want you to sit down and listen. I just learned a tremendous lesson. He said, the Torah is water. And Chassidut is like water with fire in it. It's like vodka. Said a person can be surrounded by Torah, and he can be surrounded by Chassidut, and he can be freezing to death. But if you just let a little tiny bit goes inside, and it digests inside, then you become warm and you become happy. It's the same thing. You can go to yeshiva, and there can be Chassidut everywhere, but you don't feel happy. But if it goes inside and you digest and you understand a little tiny bit of it, then that makes you warm and happy and alive. And that's the fire of Lag BaOmer, as we'll talk about
tomorrow. Tov מאוד.
God willing tomorrow.
Tov. Toda.